When you mention Chinese Dama, a lot of funny things come to mind. Indeed, these 50-plus age Chinese Dama have made a deep impression on the outside world for being fierce, strong-willed, and liking to show off. Their characteristics, which they may not be aware of, was shaped by the education they received from the Chinese Communist Party during their youth. In recent years, there has been a popular saying, "Spring has come and the trees are Dama in bloom." This is true, and there are many pictures showing such scenes. Stand up, it doesn't look good. A woman told one Dama who was half squatting on a wobbly branch while she was posing. The Dama then stepped onto a relatively stable branch nearby and continued posing. It's a bit heartbreaking to watch the branches, full of blossoms, sway as Dama steps on them. In this video, the ladies who climb the tree together fall to the ground and the tree branches are broken. As you can see in the video, they are sitting on the ground. Next to them are branches with flowers. It's natural to feel happy when you see beautiful flowers, but to trample on the tree is another level of love. It's also well known that Dama likes to show themselves in front of the camera. However, this kind of performance sometimes poses great dangers to themselves and others. On July 27, 2023, 3 Damas danced on a floating bridge at a scenic spot in Yuxi, Yunnan province. Damas in China are lovers of public square dancing. As a result, the gravity of the bridge was unstable and the 3 Dama fell into the water. Fortunately, because the water under the pontoon bridge was not deep, the 3 had no major problems, except that one of them lost her wig. However, the following incident is truly sad. On June 7, 2020, a terrifying scene occurred at a scenic area in Hangzhou City. A group of Dama trying to make a short video danced on the glass bridge, causing it to shake. The security guard saw the situation and shouted in desperation, "Stop jumping, can't you see the bridge will break?" Dama simply ignored the warning. As a result, the glass bridge broke and the ladies all fell off. This is a video of the scene from a different angle. No more jumping, no more jumping. This video shows the rescue at the scene. What can I put under her feet? Can we use this? Let's put the shoe pad underneath. Okay, let's put it under first. Come on, slowly. There's another injured person over here. Let's get the stretcher down first. After the video was released, it drew almost unanimous criticism from netizens. It should be common sense that you can't resonate on a bridge. Where are these senior ladies? Where are the public square dancings? Some pointed out Dama's identity as red guards in the past. If the bridge really broke and they had been hurt, this gang of red guards would stage an accident. Speaking of these senior ladies' desire for show, the following behavior is sort of annoying. After entering the subway, the woman not only placed her bag and clothes on the seat next to her, but also turned on her stereo and sang enthusiastically. When a passenger reminded her to stop, the woman angrily said, "I'm singing for you to listen to. It's good enough for I'm not charging you." As for the uncle sitting in the corner, his body language is interesting. The behavior of the following woman is a little hard to accept. A Beijing Dama in the subway woke up the young man sitting on the seat, then sat on his seat and loudly explained her behavior to the people around her. He is young, so he should give up his seat to the elderly. This is China, and civilization in China is noble. Noble thoughts must be cultivated from an early age. What kind of young person would they be if they didn't know to give their seat to the elders? They don't respect elders, and they don't care about the children. It seems that the martial prowess of elders is still very strong, and grandpas are comparable to those Damas. Look, buns in the supermarket were grabbed by both the grandmas and grandpas. The video's subtitles concluded, the seniors in Shandong were so happy to fight for food, not because they love to eat, but because they love to fight. They always feel that what they snatch tastes better. Some netizens humorously said, "I just happened to walk by and was immediately pushed away." Someone said, "What you snatch is the tastiest. This is the speciality of our country's steamed buns." See, when a group of elderly people went on a trip to Zhangjiajie, Hunan province, they also rushed to pick cherries from the trees in the scenic area, leaving onlookers feeling helpless. Come take a look. Come look at this group of people's quality. Take a look. Hey, could you guys not behave like this? Where do you come from? Are you tourists? Hey, where's your tour guide? Can't you do it that way? Do you have any manners? How old are you? Is this how you behave in a park? Are you guys bandits? How old are you? Would cherries taste delicious by getting them freely? In response, some netizens pointed out, when they were young, the Red Guards didn't go to school, which means they had no education and they were atheists. When they were young, they grew up in the atmosphere full of party culture, such as rebellion is justified and struggle among classes from the CCP's propaganda theory. As a result, they retained the fighting mentality when they grew to this age. In China, public square dancing can be seen as the standard configuration for Dama. In the video, a group of old ladies were preparing to do the dance, so they wanted to drive away the stall owner who sells clothes in the square. The two sides had an argument. A grandpa came to the grandma saying, "We are just bullying you," without any hesitation. What are you guys doing? You didn't know? You're bullying others. Who's bullying you? We are just bullying you. What? Yes, bullying you. You always bully people, don't you? Yes, that's right. Some netizens complained, the Red Guards are getting old. Life is not easy for vendors to sell clothes in the square. If those old people want to occupy that land to dance, they don't need to argue because they won't solve the problem and will only intensify the conflict. If they have a friendly attitude and communicate with the stall owner, the matter will have a good outcome. But these old Red Guards who have been influenced by the CCP's decades-old propaganda seem to have no idea how to communicate with others in a friendly way. They are used to relying on the loudest voice when problems arise. Damas also competed with the young basketball players for space. While these teenagers were playing, they just walked onto the court and started dancing. As a result, one of the women was hit in the head with a basketball. Damas in this video are more direct. They simply take a kitchen knife or a small shovel and clean the parking lines in the open space in front of the bank. Their goal is to occupy the ground for public square dancing. Now they are very enthusiastic about chopping the land. Where is there to park for those who need to park their cars? In fact, the public square dance of the Dama also carries risks. On May 6, 2021, a tricycle that came back from Binyang County, Nanning City, Guangxi Province to participate in a performance had an accident, resulting in 1 death and 3 injuries. The passengers are a group of Dama. Look, a group of women wearing red dresses can be seen participating in the Remember the Heroes event near the so-called heroes' tombs in Binyang County. They were performing public square dancing. The video shows banners hanging on the trees. Remember history and commemorate heroes, and someone was setting off firecrackers at the scene. However, this seemingly lively scene hides misfortune elements because the Chinese always take it as an unlucky sign to dance in front of the graves. As a result, the tricycle they were riding on overturned on their way home. Netizens had a lively discussion about this, with some saying, "Do martyrs appear in their afterlife?" Others said, "There is an answer called retribution." Others pointed out, the famous battles against the Japanese were fought by the national army that was the Kuomintang's army. One was fought in this area. This is the martyrs' warning to their disloyal descendants. The Kuomintang regime, that is, the government of the Republic of China, retreated to the island of Taiwan in 1949. And these Dama who spent their teenage years and youth during the Cultural Revolution seem to be echoing the Chinese Communist Party by taking military action to unify Taiwan. A large group of Dama came out of the Cultural Revolution. They may have been Red Guards or Little Red Guards in the beginning, and now they are conducting drills to liberate Taiwan. Putting themselves into the so-called Relentless gunfire, they are attacking Taiwan amid their laughter and joy. The blogger said, "Will the war really not happen? If a war breaks out in the Taiwan Strait, will they win for sure? If war breaks out, these people will be the first to surrender." The retired Damas have more free time. Besides dancing, they also do something else to benefit their lives. It's not about making money. They can take a little bit of gifts back home. The group of Dama act as customers for the mall, generating foot traffic. This is the opinion of a local resident. Binhai Wanda Plaza, 20 rounds for a package of noodles. The elderly lady's doing it every day. Oh dear. At Jiangmen Wanda Plaza in Guangdong, it's suspected that the supermarket is trying to attract customers to increase traffic by using a group of Dama. They line up from outside the gate to the front of the staff, and each person can receive a small gift. In this video, the ladies also spin around by the arrangement of the staff. This time, each person can only get one small ladle of rice at a time. Some netizens said, "This kind of operation is a patent of a powerful country." Others exclaimed, "My goodness, Dama, are you missing just a little rice?" Still, others couldn't help but ask, how many rounds did they do to get this bit of rice? This is still considered a relatively civilized action because these grandmas just want to trade a little noodle or rice in this way. The grandmother in the following video is embarrassing. Durian is a relatively expensive fruit in China. Some people don't want to spend the money for it, so the following scene occurs. Eat durian. In the video, a Dama and another woman are seen eating durian in the section of a supermarket, while a young girl is eating too. As a result, the merchant could not help but post the video of the family of 3 stealing durian. Sometimes strong Damas can also play a positive role. During the pandemic, the entire country of China was locked down, and Shanghai was no exception. In the spring of 2022, some families in Shanghai even ran out of food. Other provinces began to donate food and supplies to Shanghai. For example, on April 14, 2022, according to China Daily, Liaoning province provided 2,300 tons of rice, flour, and rapeseed to Shanghai. But netizens discovered that the donated materials were thrown into the trash. Hungry ladies rushed into the local neighborhood committee and found a large amount of food. Everyone please take a look, there are lots of vegetables, rice, milk, and drinks in the neighborhood committee. Come take a look, come and take them away. The neighborhood committee has all the disinfectants, drinks, Coke, everything. What do the residents eat when they hide food here? Some netizens said, "Shanghai grandma, bravo." Others said, "You have to fight so hard to get back the supplies that belong to you. Isn't that sad?" Others commented, "The committee wanted to sell it for a high price, but now Damas got them all back." Throughout Chinese history, women have been known for their gentleness, wisdom, and caring. Most traditional Chinese mothers, regardless of their status, were able to teach their children using traditional values. However, after the Chinese Communist Party came to power, it launched campaign after campaign that severely damaged traditional Chinese culture and moral values. The young people deviate from traditional culture from an early age. This generation of people also actively participated in the Red Guards smashing, looting, and destroying during the Cultural Revolution. Now, decades later, their uncivilized behavior in society is often difficult for people to understand and accept. In fact, this cannot be said to be the fault of their nature, but rather the result of the CCP's ideological poisoning. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.